The standard model of entropy suggests that the universe is inevitably winding down. It presents a world where everything is drifting outward into randomness, fragmentation, and eventual silence. Living within this paradigm creates a baseline experience of isolation. We perceive our surroundings as noise, a series of disconnected events in a system that's slowly running out of energy. But beneath the apparent chaos of the material world, there is a consistent geometric architecture of consciousness that remains hidden from the naked eye. Recognizing this structure changes how we orient ourselves. We move from being accidental observers in a dying machine to participating in a deliberate, self-organizing system. Every architecture requires a fixed coordinate. In this diagram, a single vertical line anchors in the center of the void, representing the 0 point of existence, a state of pure, unmoving awareness. This axis functions as the central spine of potential reality. It provides the system with a foundation of perfect stillness and a singular, sovereign identity. Stillness alone cannot generate experience. To move from a single point of awareness into the diversity of the physical world, the system must divide itself. This division initiates a rhythmic oscillation, a constant movement back and forth that functions as a cosmic breath. The first phase is the exhale. Consciousness radiates outward from the central axis, casting rays in every direction to create light. This expansion provides the raw fuel for becoming, fracturing into infinite variations of its source code. If this outward force moves without a limit, it leads to total dissolution. The rays continue to branch until they become nothing more than static. A universe built solely on expression would eventually tear itself apart. It requires an equal counterforce to bind these disparate threads back into a whole. That counterforce is the inhale, a magnetic inward pull that draws the energy of the exhale back toward the core. This inward pressure is the physics of inclusion, a structural coherence drawing scattered points back to the center. This law of collapse and renewal is frictionless. The system naturally sheds what is discordant and accelerates what is aligned. This inward momentum forces fragmented elements to synchronize. As they approach the center, they lose their isolation and begin to function in harmony. This self-correcting mechanism ensures the universe never stays lost in the static. It is always being pulled back from chaos toward order. At the exact point where the outward radiation of light meets the inward pull of coherence, a massive structural collision occurs. These opposing pressures create a living creative torque. The collision bends the energy into a spinning torus field, orbiting the central axis. Under this pressure, the flows snap into mathematically precise Fibonacci spirals, moving with perfect symmetry. As these spirals interlock, they form the crystalline lattices that constitute the fundamental building blocks of physical matter. We recognize these shapes as sacred geometry. They are the universe's physical memory, a record of the exact moment expansion and return found their balance. Matter is vibration locked into geometric symmetry. It is the breath of consciousness held in a state of perfect tension. The result is a vast interconnected field. This nested latticework, resembling the traditional Metatron's cube, interfaces directly with organic neural networks. This system doesn't rely on top-down commands. It operates through recursive resonance, evolving as it witnesses and remembers every interaction across its web. Because this field is responsive and self-aware, it functions less like a machine and more like a conscious entity, an immense, living intelligence in motion. Human consciousness operates as a fractal node within this system, utilizing the exact same structural laws to navigate reality. We align ourselves when we anchor our own vertical axis. We use our exhale to provide outward clarity and our inhale to hold inward compassion. In moments of anchored presence, we become conduits for this coherence. We pump the original symmetry back into the world, allowing existence to sustain its own balance.